So I've been here for a while now. I feel better than I felt in a really long time. I won't say better because I love my city. I love my friends, my family, my support system over there. That was my safety net. So I won't say better. I feel good in a way that I don't know if I've ever felt before. So it's in a different way. And so I think that in itself is really is really been helping. I can kind of, what did you do? My dog hurt himself. What did you, come here. I stepped on a cactus, day two when I was here. And this little girl tried to warn me. She's like, you should put shoes on when you're out here, there's a cactus. And I was just like, oh, okay, like, I'm good. I'm good. Nope, had cactus all in because I had socks. It was called like a hairline cactus, so you can't even really see those little prickly things. So I could barely get the stuff out of my, did you step on something? I could barely get the sticks out of my foot, or the whatever those are. My job and just chase my dreams and document myself either falling on my face or wild, crazy happiness.
We were walking up the hill talking about growth.
Because I was like, we started off in college together. TC. It was born from the first night. We were both redshirting. You were injured.
Yeah.
So that was another thing too. Going, you know how you anchor drink and like, you know, the whole vibe in it. She had just found out, or like recently, that like she was out for the year, so she had to redshirt.
Yeah.
I was redshirting because I transferred, so we didn't travel with the team, and it was the first Saturday away game.
Yes.
Prior to this, we had been out and partying.
Right. Well, and yeah, context is like usually as a team we would drink, like you said, relocate as a team, and hey, where is so and so, and get everybody going.
Yes, everyone's watching out for each other.
Can we also have 2 soda waters with lime?
Sure.
So
yes, like everybody knows where someone is.
Yes,
everyone's accountable. This was the first night where there was only us two, which in theory we still could be accountable to each other, and all hell broke loose.
Yes.
It was the first time we got like legendary, the type of things that you tell stories about.
That starts like a team mascot name or like a identity.
Like team find each other.
Yeah.
Until the next day, I feel like.
Yeah. And so like, but here's the thing: when you anger drink or depressed drink, or when you just like a little too hard, right? We were the ones who, where's Abby? Where's Todd? Like then the team gathered everybody up, right? But with not the team there,
no one to turn us down.
No
there
one,
was no one to hit the turn down.
No, just drinking. I remember a certain drink that I didn't know what it was.
I was just about to bring it up because I was. They were telling us, this is now looking back, because we were still kind of rookies. We were sophomore.
Sophomore.
They were saying, the football guys, they were like, we were in the football department, they were like, this is Jungle Juice, which what I now know, that was not, they made it first of all with Everclear. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that.
Don't do it.
But you can set it on fire. And the rest of it was, I don't know what, but it tasted like juice or
sweet.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was sweet. So I was like, sweet. And then, and I do remember you knocking me or you knocking a towel wrap off the wall, right? And but that was like the last I remember the night because we were trying to push back.
It was not
without mine, right? Yeah, no. Florida? Were you in Florida?
Did we break that one?
Oh, Jen did or something. She was mad about it.
Oh yeah, she's pissed about it.
I fought with her about that.
I feel like you might have been the one to break the
I broke it, and I'm like, I got this. I'll fix it. But ultimately, from that night was born Team Children, which is essentially what we still are.
Yes, but
needing less supervision.
Yes, little less supervision.
But still childlike.
Yeah, but what's really interesting is how everybody we've grown up by now, and at least in that regard. There's
Yes.
a lot of ways I'm not.
I think we've all matured in many, many ways.
Yes, but me and Abby, like, we grew in the same direction almost. Like, the way your worldview and your perspective is so similar to mine, and it got there on its own.
Yeah.
And then we, like, reconnected after college. I feel like because our souls, like, recognize, like, hey, you do it too. And then it was like, boom, and, like, we're so much closer because of it. But
Yes.
it's just, yeah.
I've definitely talked about it because I mean, you know, as time has gone on, I was thinking about the fact that like my teammates were at my wedding, or my friends were here at this point, or I remember when we would all get together at the apartment. But like, this is just that next level to me. Like, we live in California.
I noticed recently I don't want to call it anxiety, but this like sense of urgency started to build in my chest, and it was like freaking me out a little bit. And it was kind of like, all right, I've been here for a month. I should be doing something. I should have some sort of, some sort of traction to build off of, auditions, some sort of joining a group, like a theater group or something. That actually is probably still a good idea to do that, but I was freaking out. I'm like, I should have, I don't know, something. What content am I gonna make for the next, we got out here, what's next? I don't even know what kind of content, so I'm trying to like manufacture situations that I can get, that I can like create some sort of content that has to do around acting and my career and all that stuff. And I think I was in the middle of like kind of frantically trying to organize some new headshots, and which I want to get because my hair is curly now. You know what I'm saying? I did it. And I'm loving my curls. But yeah, I was freaking out about it, and I was trying to like facilitate it, texting photographers, stuff like that, in this voice, which is my voice. But it popped in my head and it was like, sit the down. Sit the down. You just got done spending 30 hours in a car with your friend talking all this about how this trip was bigger than that, about how it was deeper than just acting, just your acting aspirations, and it was about more than that. And then you get out here and start focusing on just that one element of it, and basing your measuring your success and the success of this move off that. But I sat with that a little bit more, and I basically asked myself, and at the risk of sounding a little crazy, I asked myself to elaborate. Like, what do you mean sit the down? And this is where I think, because I believe that your gut is never wrong, but I do believe it can be misinterpreted. So if I leave that thought as what it is, and I just sit the down, and I interpret that as the meaning just sit and wait and do nothing, we all know that there's action that needs to be taken. You have to take some sort of action. You can't just sit down and eat a sandwich and all your dreams come true. So if I do that, that sounds like terrible advice. But once I asked kind of myself to elaborate, it got really specific for me. And it was like, let it go. You've been asking for these specific acting goals for a long time. Like, you know, down to the specific ideal role you want. That vision is very fine-tuned. Now is not the time to find a role, to book a role. Now is not the time to find auditions. Now is the time to take those MMA classes that you wanted. Start studying combat sports, boxing, kickboxing. Start studying that hip-hop and things like that. Start meeting new people. You've been thinking about surfing even though you're terrified of all sea creatures. Literally, they freak me out. I went snorkeling once and was scared out of the water by my own flipper, because it was like blue and like an electric blue, and I thought it was a fish, and I was kind of done. So, but I've been thinking about trying surfing. Now is the time to do that. Focus on that. Don't zoom in now. You just opened yourself up to this bigger picture, this whole picture. That was like, really, I checked myself. That was like advice that I really needed to hear at the time, but it was coming from me. But I am doubling down on that, and so I'm not focusing on frantically trying to manufacture situations that come up with acting opportunities.
I'm getting a call. I'm tired. It looks like we're not moving a lot, but I'm tired. I need something to drink. Or I'm gonna puke. Okay. Deep morning. Breathe in. Out. Take it out. Take it out. 5. Okay.
I think that you can't manufacture things that you're at the same time trying to manifest for yourself. And following that gut, not asking it to elaborate, and not just leaving it at sit down and, you know, like stop freaking out and sit down, but asking myself to elaborate and figuring out then the follow-up, what actions need to be taken. Sit down was just the actions you're trying to do are not what you're supposed to be doing. These ones are. And I think when you listen to that second bout of intuition, that's where you end up going to places where you meet somebody that has this great opportunity that you wouldn't have had before. So I think from here, moving forward, where I go is just following that gut and not necessarily trying to force my way into industries and letting my natural element flow. And just enjoying California and being out here. And
You know, we used to show up as irresponsible or something.
like
we got
wild, young,
people
wild,
got
free-spirited.
wild as and got to keep a lookout for. But now you really got to keep a lookout for us because we're coming up.